you ready?
This is the D-Generation cliX podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Redman,
The name's Ravage. Gonna be. When you take the dynamite tactics of
Miles Kane,
Hand me that bottle cap. Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Asgard to mouth.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
and Pete.
'cause I'm just Pete.
Welcome back to the D-Generation cliX podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are my co-hosts, Miles and Pete. Miles, how's your week?
It's been pretty good. Back at work. Had a little fun thing a little bit earlier, right before we started recording. Had a rattlesnake, so I had to get a shovel and deal with that bad boy.
Is he okay? The rattlesnake?
I mean, he might be. So I did bury the head. Hopefully, it grows into a rattlesnake tree.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I buried the head, and then we skinned it and put salt in it, the skin. So we're probably gonna enjoy that. But I'm really hoping this rattlesnake tree really picks up.
Maybe
It'd be awesome.
One of your kids can use the tail as an actual rattle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe I have a sixth kid, and just has a rattlesnake rattle.
Amazing. Pete, what have you been up to?
Played a lot of cliX lately. Had a nice little fun Monday night last night, and big news out of the Peterson household. There is a new stately Pete Manor coming soon, so we're very excited about that. So not getting any closer to the coast, still here on the coast of Lake Michigan, which is still a coast. I will maintain that.
I will be sad seeing you move from Lot 8, I'll be honest. But I won't. I'll make sure no one else buys Lot 8, so you can just keep it as a vacation home.
I appreciate that.
Congrats, Pete, on the
Is that where you planted the rattlesnake tree? Yeah.
Yeah, it was in between our lots, Lot 7 and Lot 8, in Glizzy Acres.
Great.
Our trailer park.
Perfect.
When do you plan on moving?
Redman, nobody ever asks you, how was your week?
Nope, I usually just insert it anyway. Yeah.
Like the bat plane?
Yep.
The Redman insertion.
Every podcast, yep. The smoke from the wildfires actually kept us inside for quite a few days, so the kids were filled with plenty of energy for the weekend. So we did get outside for a little bit, and they just swam in the little pool that we got. But summers get really busy around here, so it's nice to have a relaxed weekend. Those are always welcomed.
Nice.
All right, let's get into some of the news. We have a few events coming up. Around us, there is a Fellowship Cup. That is the next one that we're going to be able to attend. That's on Saturday, August 1st in Elgin, Illinois at Boar's Hat Gaming. So this is a fun take on a 2-versus-2 event where you're still playing on separate maps, but you're never going to play against your teammate. And you play a regular event through Swiss and then progress through Top Cut. And then I think you still play, once you get to Top Cut, then you play against the actual opposing players A and B, I believe. I think. But it's 400 modern, and they're not allowing any primes, anything above 200 points, or anything with a unique ring. And then between you and your partner, everything is considered unique. And they're playing with what is it called? Extreme Highlander?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this should be a fun event. I'm teaming up with Ali, and then Dan and Looper are teaming up on this. And it's always interesting to play in an event like this where you don't have to worry about some of the biggest problem pieces. So you don't have Spot, Colosseum Cap. They're both unique. Obviously, Beetlejuice is gone. We'll be talking about Null shortly. So he's 255, so he can't play anything above 200. So obviously, there's going to be new things that kind of rise to the top as the power pieces, but I think it's going to be interesting to actually play in an event where you don't have to worry about a ton of the stuff that you typically would see at any other regional or win a map or something like that. And then we have Tropical Regionals starting up. They are launching Saturday, August 22nd and running through Sunday, September 13th. We have 40 venues that are going to be running these across the globe, and the pricing is sick. Pete, do you want to go over the pricing?
I do. We've got pricing for the CCO Tropical Regionals. It starts with a participation prize. So show up, you get something, you get Captain America's shield. It is an actual HeroClix piece, not made by Calderness. We don't know that for sure, but not an actual shield, so we finally have an answer. So there you are. I'm a little disappointed if it's not made by Calder. Top 8, DC HeroClix Steel, DC HeroClix Kinetic Hammer. Top 4 gets you the Marvel HeroClix Atlantean Warrior, and you get yourself one of those super hard to find, ultra valuable Fight for Gotham Vault boosters. Top 2 gives you that new fancy and exciting Marvel HeroClix Doctor Strange. He's good. Find him. He's all over the internet. And a winner gets themselves a DC HeroClix Fight for Gotham booster brick, which I would argue is still great, but not as great as the Vault booster. But it's a brick of HeroClix, and we all like to open them.
Yeah, the vault boosters for top 4 I think is really the big win here. So a lot of people weren't able to purchase a full brick. I know there's stores that didn't even get vault boosters in, so having a chance to just win them, and in top 4 too, not even just the top 2 or winner. So I think that the pricing for these is some of the best pricing we've seen at any event.
And pricing is cumulative from top down, is that right?
Of course, yeah.
So hold on, just so I'm clear. The winner gets a DC HeroClix Fight for Gotham booster brick, a Marvel HeroClix Doctor Strange, and a Atlantean Warrior Fight for Gotham Vault booster Steel Kinetic Hammer. Just because you showed up, you get Captain America Calder shield.
Yeah.
You get 2 vault boosters if you win or top 2.
Ooh.
I don't think that's true.
Why it says top 4 Fight for Gotham Vault booster, top 2 Fight for Gotham Vault booster. What I'm looking at the event right here. One of them.
Which event are you looking at?
It was the first event, so the one Birmingham. Yeah, it had top 4. It says Atlantean Warrior and a DC HeroClix Fight for Gotham Vault booster, and then it says top 2 Marvel HeroClix Doctor Strange and DC HeroClix Fight for Gotham Vault booster.
They're either throwing in extra pricing on their end.
Okay, got it.
But it's definitely not part of the kit.
Okay.
So maybe they're doing extra.
Still great pricing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
and then you get the brand new Doctor Strange that won't be available until you can win it at Worlds. So very cool events. If you can, try to make it out to those. If you're running one, please get the events entered into HC Unit so people can find it easy under the Circuits tab. And then this weekend, there is Canadian Nationals. So 300 Modern is this Saturday, July 25th. And then Sunday is a team sealed event. And I believe I saw that they don't have room where they're playing to stream. So you can just follow along on HC Units this weekend and see the teams and all that. Otherwise, we'll be covering it next week. So we had one good-sized event over the weekend. This was called the Springfield Summer Slam. Ended up having 17 people turn out for this, and we had everyone with at least tied to winning record make cut. So coming in 8th place, we have Malcolm McCleary with an Avengers Army team. This was King Call with the Bloodstone, Super Sore at 50 points, the 001 Doctor Strange from Strange Tales, Prime Reverse Flash with the +1 Longsword, Kooky Quartet Captain America, Eddie Munson, Quicksilver, and the Phoenix Mobile. What do you guys think about this King Call? Because I actually like him. He's got 4 stop clicks and is not bad at all.
You know, he's like one of the one of two LEs that I'm surprised we haven't been seeing.
Right?
Him and Kanjaro.
Yeah. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Kanjaro seeing no play, and he's great. This King Cole's awesome though. The 4 stop clicks. This is a really super interesting team. I love that new Eddie Munson. That piece is awesome. So I really like the team overall.
Super
Damage is all
cool.
coming from Super Sore and Reverse Flash.
Most likely, but you can get King Cole up there too. And
Yeah, King Cole and the submen.
and how safe is that Bloodstone behind him with the 4 stop clicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great play. And dude, that Doctor Strange just punishes people.
Right. So yeah, giving Mystics to
So-
King Cole too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super cool take on this team. I felt like what is this, past Avengers was getting kind of stale, but this is a breath of fresh air. All right, who came in 7th place?
All right, and in 7th place we have Aaron Tarbell with Knoll Tentpole. His only 2 losses are against 3rd place, but we're not at him yet, so we're gonna go. He's playing Knoll with Trick Arrows, and then the Legacy Dormammu with Avatar of Bast with Ares, Bast, and Mimic and Reverse Flash on his sideline. It's interesting. He is playing the upper body and the red dragon egg as his terrain markers, as well as the ladder. So I'm not sure who he's bringing in for his symbiotes, but I mean, you get Dormammu there, and you're like, all right, he can reduce penetrating, so you're able to throw roll 3d6. So
Yeah, it's the first time that we're seeing Dormammu teamed up with Null, right?
yeah,
All on Cosmic theme too.
I don't get to play with the red dragon egg though.
just to get a character with Wormling in its name of 10 points or less.
It feels like you're just giving points out, and the odds of it happening. I played this thing for a full night, and all 3 games never rolled a 6 on this to get one out. But I don't understand why you would do that with this team. Does Dormammu have Mastermind? Okay, so maybe he
I
wants.
believe he does.
Yeah, so maybe it's to give a Wormling to Dormammu to Mastermind.
Yeah, I don't even know what
Yeah,
Wormlings. What Wormlings do we have in Modern right now?
Right now, none, except for the bystander that comes in the pack. But I'm guessing we'll
Okay.
have a handful of them come the D&D set in October.
Yeah.
So, but right now you get like a little bystander, which isn't terrible.
No, I mean it gives him enhancement. So I mean Dormammu's gonna be hitting for a little bit harder.
Yeah,
If you
and
want.
the Mastermind, I think, is the biggest thing, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd rather give up 10 points and still have Dormammu.
Yep.
Because you still got to deal with Null if you're trying to take out Dormammu. If he gets a little bit of Mastermind fodder.
Yep.
All right, Pete, what about 6th place?
we have Isaac J. Mystical Mob 4 and 2, 55%. Because points don't matter. Just kidding, they still do kind of. Hadara Yao, she's
Not
back.
much.
She never left. Universal Weapon. Tony Stark, Sorcerer Supreme, Ring of TK. Nico Manuru with the Utility Belt. Ooh, that's interesting. Copycat, and then the Tricental with the Avatar of Animal Man. Sideline was Fellowship, Spectral Armor, Bola. Icy Tendrils of Ichalthon, or whatever, Images of Icon, Shield of the Seraphim. Abscissa, Animal Man, Mimic, Reverse Flash. Mystical Theme. Orb of Agamotto. So taking advantage of that the whole time. I like Yao. I love Yao actually, so I'm always glad to see her do well.
Yeah, she eats and skeets.
Mm-hmm.
I am digging
And the
this.
Bola, that's her skirt.
The bowl is the skirt.
Yep.
So dumb.
Yep.
He can't move. So you come to a stop. You know, skirt.
Yep.
No,
You
like
eat,
break.
skeet, and skrrr.
I do like the Tony Stark Sorcerer Supreme play. He's kind of grown on me. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff we see
Is that-
pretty frequently. Do you feel like Avatar of Animal Man is kind of wasted on Tri-Sentinel, though?
No.
I mean,
If you're not using it somewhere else, you can give him invincible. That's the biggest thing.
That's true.
yeah.
Invincible that you can roll impervious. So, like, he's a huge target, and if you don't kill him, he's just causing you problems the whole game. I think that's how he's opening up all blocking maps. Yeah, it's Tri-Sentinel. So,
And then
Also has that Orb of Agamotto. So
yeah,
that's
that I
also
played
Orb of
this week
Ego.
with Bolas. It's yeah, there's a lot of stuff right now that once we see some bigger events here, I think we need to see some bans and erratas.
Bola should not have ever been. This should have been a day one. Just ban. It's just like
What do you
it's not
think
a chance
there's
event.
any fix to it or no?
No. I guess when you choose, you may choose a hit character. The
Yeah,
main problem is that it's a utility belt one shot, so you can just turn that over and over and over again with the utility
yes.
belt equipment or with Alfred.
Well, with Alfred, you get a
So
chance to use it twice in a turn if you roll correctly. What is it, like 3 through 6? You can just turn it over again?
yeah. I think it's 3 through 6, or it's at least 4 through 6. Yeah. So no, that's the main issue. Why is because it's a utility belt one shot that yeah. I mean, because if like which you have with Nico, so there is a potential for Yao to just keep hitting the pulse waves and then turning it back, beginning your
Right.
turn, and then making him immobile again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It looks like Gotham was not legal for this event. We haven't seen anything from Gotham yet, have we?
yeah, utility belt and
well,
bola.
Oh, yeah, right. Never
Bola
mind.
it would have had to be. Yeah.
It's interesting that no main force pieces are getting played though.
But maybe it was a mistake and they thought it was legal, but it wasn't, and so there was a slight change. I don't know.
And they just allowed all the one shots and equipment to still be played.
Did anyone else use the one shots?
Yeah, I think we
I
saw
guess we'll find out.
something. I thought we saw Bolas. All right, that was 6. So Miguel Gonzalez came in 5th with a Warrior Legion team. Oh, that's right. He played Wonder Woman with Pegasus, the new chase.
Oh yeah, yep. So yeah, they were. Yeah.
And then Caveman Wally West with the +1 longsword, Zal Jarrell with the Crimson Gem, Chair Panther with the Ring of TK, Copycat, Phoenix Mobile, the Phoenix, Phoenix Mobile and the Phoenix, and then Lucas PJ and Scott Pog, Mind Gem, Bracelet Deflection, Fellowship, Spectral Armor one shots, Black Flash, and Reverse Flash on the sideline with Vibranium head and upper body as terrain markers.
I love his map choices. Those were our top 3 maps, so I love the map choices.
For the map menu.
Mm-hmm. Big Belly Burger, Island Prison, and Expansion. He's
We are
like, you know what?
seeing-
They're going to be doing a map menu. I'm just going to get used to playing on these maps.
These are the only ones that exist.
Yep.
We are seeing a lot of theme though so far, right?
So
Yes.
far, yeah.
He went 4-2. What do you guys think about this Wonder Woman?
I'm not 100% sold on her. I still think she's good, but I think she almost requires to go first because there's just so much that can like do with the damage output. So that's what I'd be curious because she can't reduce penetrating.
Right.
So I think getting her to her stop click would be pretty easy, but I'm not gonna say she's bad. Getting that extra action could be good. I mean, what with Zala, obviously you can just get her all the way across the map, and I think with one perplex, I think is what we said, right? Because you can TK her to click to 5, charge to click 11, or something like that.
And if she hits, she can
take-
negate having to take the action with Zala to get her moving too.
Yep. Yeah, so she's almost autonomous with that. I mean, if she hits, you
She's
gain
a
an
13 for
action,
5.
so-
Yeah, she better hit.
Yeah.
Because Zala turns off, what is it, shape change?
Only
Yeah,
when she attacks.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. He's got the head though. He can make it happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
odds are she's hitting with a 13 attack and probability control. And then Pegasus is going to be set to flurry. So 2 chances to hit. And she's got giant reach 4 too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she makes a pretty big splash here in the tropicals.
I do. I think
She's
that
going
she's
after. You're going after that. She's a cripple the other team piece because she's going right after the highest pointed character. So that giant reach 4, then she has knockback. So when you hit the highest pointed character, her attacks can't be evaded and damage dealt is penetrating. So she is an alpha strike nightmare.
She's hitting twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's amazing with the Pegasus. I really like her. I get what you guys are saying. You can absolutely tune her up to her stop click, but that stop click is not nothing. And she can heal off of it too.
And the odds of her not hitting is probably going to be pretty rare. And then it's still smash and bash, so odds are 20 defense at least.
When I think his only losses were against like the first and second place, I believe, too. So
the same piece.
Yeah.
Miguel actually beat one of them though. No, he lost to Ricky once.
No, he did beat the winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he's able to, if he's able to turn off null shape change with the head, and then it's obviously the highest point piece. Now it's penetrating. I guess you just got to get rid of the stop clicks, and then Mind Gem does that.
Yeah.
So he probably ate that null if he was able to hit that one.
He beat one and then lost to one. But they're two different teams. So
right.
Yeah.
So I guess let's go over it so we can talk about why that was. Who is next? That's
we got
fourth.
Third place.
We got fourth place next though.
Oh, fourth, yes. Fourth we have Ricky Prignano of the famous Flying Prignanos with Batman Brigade. He's playing Space Batman with the Bat Cycle. Get that free willpower and free hypersonic. Eternity with Bast. Pegasus Cap with the Longsword. Pegasus Cap with Destroyer. Ventriloquist with Scarface. Unfortunately, he's not playing the Dumpster Fire, so this is not a legal team.
Big miss.
You have to play Ventriloquist with the Dumpster Fire. That period. Then you have Chair Panther with the Ring of TK. Well, Utility Belt is on Ventriloquist. And then Parademon. And then his sideline is Assist from Another World, Burgle, Fortify, Bola, Bast, Green Torch, and Green Torch. So he's obviously doing the Bola with the Utility Belt. He's got the Burgle, which that's really great because that can shut down equipment and really well. So I mean, he's running the Dummy in the Dumpster, the Bat Cycle, and Burgle and Bola.
So Eternity's getting a 13 attack, hitting up to 12 away, and getting
damage.
a prob on it. Yeah.
And if he's using Bola with Eternity, he's basically making people immobile from start area to starting area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But never mind, he can deal 6 because Parademon actually has enhancement as well. So, yeah, he would be a 13 for 6.
Otherwise, just making the Green Torch with the Batman.
Yeah.
Right away. If he gets the free Quake off, that's a huge range that he can make a bunch of people immobile too.
So if you survive all that, here comes 2 Pegasus Caps. It's a mean team, man. I love it.
Well, the Bola with the Green Torch is nasty because with the Utility Belt, after the first one hits with their Quake, you can flip it. Your next turn, you can turn it back over, and then Assist from Another World, and then have the second Green Torch.
Do it again. Yep.
Yeah.
There's no big placement things that I'm missing though, right? Does he have TK on this team?
Ring of TK.
Yeah, but that's only going to be for a piece of terrain.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
So
Is
no.
he just hoping to get... He's just making him immobile so he can sneak up with Captain America, the Pegasus Caps, and not worry about...
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but when you get bullied 2 terms in a row, Pegasus Cap is just teeing off on something, while Eternity's just holding somebody down from his starting area.
That's crazy. What was his? Oh, it doesn't even tell you points anymore. Went 4-3 though. All right, how about third place?
Stephen
He had
Clark,
1190, by the
Gal.
way. If you click his name, it says points.
Oh, there you go. Stephen Clark, Galactus game 4-3, 67.1%. Can't click multiple things, so I'm only gonna click this one. Steven's a Galactus player, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is
Still doing
the
it
For a while.
Galactus player. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
sorry
still
that
doing it.
no one can take it away from him at this point.
Legacy Galactus Avatar Bast. He's got Captain America. That's the Smash and Destroy one. So Arena Cap with Mjolnir for free. He's got Pegasus Cap with the +1 Longsword for free. Green Man. Green Lantern Ring. Sinestro. Aim Agent with the Cosmic Cube. Zelma Stanton with the Bloodstone and the Phoenix. He's got Fortify Spectral Armor Ares Bast, Black Flash Reverse Flash, and he's got himself a head and an upper body. So this is a team he's super comfortable with that he's kind of just made tweaks to as he goes. I do like the Zelma Statin with the Bloodstone coming in for no points on her. That's sneaky.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about using her to just like sneak equipment in, but I don't think he's dropping that for anyone, right? No. So she just
No.
holds on to it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like who he would have hold it, and I don't. Yeah, I think he just keeps her on.
Is there
Well,
anything...
if she dies, you could potentially pick it up with Sinestro or the Phoenix and still keep it active.
It's not themed. Is there a 10-point piece that can just equip it for the same cost?
Yeah, because that's what I was looking for. I don't.
The new Phoenix Mobile, maybe?
No, you can't equip
I'm
that.
trying to think of... Okay, trying to think of 10-point pieces.
Yeah, I don't.
Just usually that you only play her so you can drop her off and elevate it and equip it to something that shouldn't be assigned at Force Construction.
There's Swarm of Ants, which isn't standard.
They're tiny, yeah.
I don't see anything. No, that's. I mean, he's doing what he has to get on his team.
Yeah, so your lowest point thing then would be like a goon for 15 points.
Yeah, so he would have to take off 5 points, which I don't really think that there's much he can take off.
No, I don't think you change it then, because there's no use for it unless you're doing something that has like a perplex or something, or an enhancement for Galactus maybe. But
yeah, and even this though, now this means that they're going to just attack your Pog instead of one of your attackers, just to get rid of that Bloodstone. So,
yeah, I've used it as a decoy too. Yeah, that's not bad. He's been doing the Captain America for a while, right? And then Pegasus Cap. What's the big changes here? Zelma? I know
Zelma's on there. Pegasus Cap with Longsword. I don't think that was on his last version.
But he's been tearing it up with Galactus for a while now. So I don't even know how many events he's played Galactus at, but he's consistently been improving. And here's a third place finish for him. So yeah, nice job, Steven. What about second place?
Daniel Powell with Knull Tentpole. He's playing Knull with Avatar of Animal Man and Matter Eater Lad, the Matter Daddy, with Lockpick Tools, one shot. Animal Man, Ares, the Juice, Hybrid, and Mimic on the sideline. So he's doing the Michael Nelson tech of Matter Eater Lad, just going across the map and taking away that Bloodstone.
Yeah, that's really the sole reason it's on the team, right?
Yeah, and it sucks too, because it's the reason why he wasn't able to win in a mirror match.
Right.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so
he was in...
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
He's not getting Matter Eater Lad across the
in
one turn, right?
Yeah, you can bring in double TK with
Someone TK him.
Yeah.
No, you just TK him once because he has sidestep. So you TK him to square 5. He can move 8 and then sidestep, and he's on square 15, which is right next to him.
Where's the TK?
Null generates it. You can either get it from the maker.
Oh,
or
that's right. I
Right.
forgot about that. You're right. Yep, there we go. That's what I was missing. Okay.
Yeah, so there's got to be some maps or something that you can do to affect that, right? Or does he do lockpick?
There is. Yeah. So there is a map. I think he actually is playing it. I think it's Island Prison. So if they put you on Island Prison, you can go on one of the sides and be on like one of the 1 square elevation because then they're not adjacent to you.
Right.
So I mean, there is that, but I don't see him, if he is going second, putting them on that map. And then you look at his Motendo. Same thing with Motendo. I mean, it's kind of, there's really nowhere that you can make it to where you can't get adjacent. And then Vibranium Mines, you can get him to, So it's just Island Prison that can stop it. And then if you put them on Island Prison, then he'll put you, since he chooses which side of the map, he's not going to put you on that side. So
the whole purpose of having Matter Eater lad on there, he was not able to add as many one-shots. So then when it came to the finals, which was him versus Jason Alvey's Null team, I probably wasn't even really a match, right? All that
No.
just kill. He probably doesn't even spawn any symbiotes.
So the first game I saw when they played in Swiss, he spawned a 15-point black symbiote to give Null super strength and shape change, which he already obviously has shape change, but to give Null super strength.
Okay.
Because I mean, you're gonna be swapping 15 points for 30 at that.
Right.
So I mean, it was pretty close. Like Dan almost had him, and then all it takes is for you to just roll a bunch of 2s, and then you're back.
Right.
So that's my one main issue with Null is I think he's totally fine, but I think he really does need to get rain dimmed. With how easy it is for him to heal, I really think his stop clicks need to be like the collectors, where it's the first time this power is revealed.
Yeah, that
Because
probably helped.
90% of I guess not 90% of the time. So I guess 33% of the time, probably even more since you do have double rollout, you're going to be healing like back to your stop click after you're attacked, because you have shape change, you got impervious, potentially using with Animal Man, you can do super senses. Like there's just so many rollouts. And then to top it off too, what I really hate is that you can still roll breakaway even if you ignore characters and you automatically succeed. So you just roll breakaway and it doesn't matter the result, and you're like, oh, I gotta heal 1 or 2 clicks. Like it's
Well, on
them
his
the
first
clicks
stop click, he also has leadership and he's got willpower still. So because he's got cosmic energy traded. So if he has the potential to do as many rollouts in one turn as he could, it would be willpower, a breakaway, which technically he could do a hypersonic breakaway, and if he started adjacent, do it twice, right? Or no?
Yep.
And then leadership and
Just move to
blades.
different square. Yeah.
And regen is free, is on the stop click.
Yep.
And shape change.
So he's always healing too with regen. Because if you roll a 1, it's like, you heal 1 less with regen, but you roll the 1, so you're still healing that 1.
How would that work with you're probably still using it on a stop click, but if you roll a 1, would you be able to do that one first and then heal the regen and you're not on a stop click anymore?
I don't think so, because I still think you're using it's after resolution, so you're still using regen first. And then after resolutions, if you rolled a 1, you would heal.
Okay.
So you don't
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, Jason's team was just Null and the avatar of Animal Man on Null, and then he had room for 30 points of one-shots on the sideline, and it was Ravencroft Institute bracelet deflection, fellowship, fortify, and lockpick tools. And then Animal
Plus
Man,
Kryptonite Ring.
Kryptonite Ring, to carry around and potentially do another damage also. And he could actually, is that penetrating or no?
No.
Okay, so even what is it? The black symbiote has, no, he just has like combat reflexes, right?
Yeah, just combat reflexes.
So he could, in theory, just kill his own black symbiote if he brought that in.
Yep.
So this was the finals. But yeah, congrats to Jason for maximizing Null. And I think we see a ton of Null builds going forward for the Tropicals here. It'll be interesting to see what carries over. What do you guys think we see for Canadian Nationals coming up here? Do you think Juice and Eganrax or Nulls?
So I know that there's a few U.S. players going there, and so I'm going to assume there might be a Egan Rack Juices. I think we can see potentially some Knolls. Some Canadians always bring that weird teams, that no one saw coming. So I'm expecting a few of those as well.
I'm thinking predominantly null in the top. I think you're going to see a very heavy null top 8, like three teams. So you could even see up to 50% nulls, honestly.
Because if a Knoll gets a really good strategy for Knoll is you're like, okay, we're not going to be able to just damage Juice because they're going to mastermind when there's double Egan Rack. So you can make it to where you hypersonic speed, use blades targeting, whoever you want, and then use the Ares, and then you're dealing 3 damage so you can kill the Phoenix Pog and then deal 3 damage to Juice, potentially, unless they pick Invincible. So you're still doing 1, but that's going to get rid of his mastermind, which is very important.
And we didn't see any Batman pieces in main force, right? Just equipment and one-shots?
Miguel? No, Miguel played
that's right,
Wonder
Woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like going through the meta, she was on 3 teams and was actually the third most played main force piece. But then after that,
Teen Titans. So
Ventriloquist.
There was someone that played Starfire, Raven from Fight for Gotham, Don Troy, and the Robin from the what's it called? The Vault Booster Robin as well. So
okay.
They went I think they went 2-2, but still, that's
cool to try it.
It's not a losing record. Yeah.
And I think that's about it though from the new set, which I'm kind of surprised. This is the first chance that we could see some of these pieces, and it was really just a minimal handful.
Well, when you got Null, it's kind of hard. Okay, it just showed that nothing's really there yet to replace Null. So I'll be curious to see what they do to counter Null. I do think that I'm hoping that we see that change with his stop click by Worlds, because it's obviously going to be a problem going forward. And then with the amount of healing that he does, it just makes sense because he's just ridiculous.
Yeah, let's see how he does in the next upcoming events to see if anything is addressed with him. But easily.
Well, Ricky played against 2 of them, got them both to last click, and by the end of the game, they were both on top click.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not hard with all the single D6 rolls that he has.
Yeah.
So we did have some podcast reviews that Miles compiled. Miles, do you want to read some of those?
Yep. So this one's actually it's a 5-star review. It's called Poor Ryan. So we did get some messages from people. We got some Spotify. These aren't private yet, or these aren't public yet, but it's Poor Ryan. Every episode follows the same formula. Ryan asks a simple HeroClix question. Miles answers with a 10-minute story. Pete somehow makes it even worse. Ryan sighs, laughs, and somehow gets everyone back on topic. I'd give Ryan 6 stars if I could. Yeah,
Miles was nice enough to send me some of these, so I'm going to read some of them he sent me, which made me laugh. 5 stars. Accidentally learned something. I came expecting dumb jokes. I left with a regional winning team. Now I'm addicted to both the strategy and the stupidity. Thanks.
Yeah. Then another 5-star rating we got is authentic conversations. The best part of Degeneration Clicks is that nothing feels manufactured. Ryan has an agenda for each episode, but Miles and Pete aren't afraid to let the conversation evolve naturally. The result is a podcast that feels authentic instead of overproduced.
Well, that's the truth.
5 stars. The editing deserves an award. Ryan deserves hazard pay for editing these guys every week. The fact that every episode makes sense is nothing short of a miracle.
And just so you guys out there listening in HeroClix land, no, these aren't like just fake. Okay, we do have a 2-star rating, and there's a lot of knowledge here. But I wish the episode stayed focused more often. Ryan does his best to keep things moving, but Pete and Miles can derail a discussion pretty quickly. So, I'm not going to just cater to the 5 stars. I'll give some of these bad ones.
Here's one for Miles. Miles has me questioning reality. Us too. Every episode starts with solid strategy and somehow ends with a discussion about monster loads, trailer parks, or skeeting rattlesnakes. 5 stars.
5 stars.
And then we got another 5-star, as always. What separates Degeneration Clicks from other HeroClix podcasts is that it sounds like real friends talking. Ryan keeps the episode organized, while Miles and Pete make sure it never feels stiff or overly rehearsed. Great balance of strategy and entertainment. Couldn't be more right there, Michael.
Like hanging out after a tournament. It feels like sitting around after the event with your friends, talking clicks, bad beats, and ridiculous stories. Exactly what a podcast should be.
Yes. And then this one got another 5-star because, people love us. The best part of every episode is wondering how long it'll take before Miles and Pete derail the conversation. The best part is watching Ryan somehow recover and turn it back into an excellent HeroClix discussion. See, everyone knows about how much work Redmond puts in.
Yeah, you guys don't make it easy.
Here's a good one. The official soundtrack of Dice Failure. I lose every roll over 50%, but at least I have Degeneration Clicks to remind me everyone else does too. You're welcome, bud. You're welcome.
One of the best HeroClix podcasts out there. Ryan does a great job hosting and keeping the discussion moving, while Miles and Pete bring a lot of personality to the show. The conversations wander sometimes, but it's a part of what makes the podcast feel genuine. These are just all great. I'd love to get more.
All right, so the last one I'm going to read you guys. 5 stars, 1 complaint. Because unlike Miles, I only read 5-star ones. My only complaint is the episode's end. That's nice. I'd happily listen to another hour of tournament stories and terrible business ideas. We've had some bad business ideas. But are they bad? That's the question.
All right, and I'll leave with another 5-star one. It's if you want nothing but tournament results and rules interactions, there are other podcasts. If you want that, plus a group of friends who clearly enjoy talking HeroClix together, this is the one to listen to.
Okay, hold on. I lied. Here's my favorite one. Ryan tries his best to have organized conversation while Pete and Miles actively work against it.
That one I feel.
These are great, Miles.
It does help us if we can get 5-star reviews on Facebook and the podcast app. So if you're able to shoot us reviews, that would be nice. And if you check anything out on YouTube, please click the like button there. Thanks. All right, they're back. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Your ass better call somebody!
First, we have Gerald Williams. Saw the Batwood video, thought it was hilarious. Any chance we see more in the future? Well, that's up to Bookwood, I guess. If you enjoyed it, comment on the video, click like, subscribe. But yeah, I think Bookwood enjoyed doing it, right? You guys had to mess with him a little bit in the beginning to actually finally film it, but once he did, I think he liked it.
That's not Bookwood, that's Batwood.
Yes, sure.
Clearly different people.
I thought just knowing the whole story behind everything, I thought it was more interesting how you couldn't figure out how to actually upload it to get it to you in today's modern society. But I thought overall, Batwood did an amazing job, and I really enjoyed the video. And I hope that it's just one of the new things. The booklet report is dead. Redmond told us it's dead and buried.
Super
But you
dead.
know what's here? The hero that we need and we deserve, Batwood.
Also, where is Aquamiles? Are you guys forming the Justice League? Miles, any insight on that?
Yeah, so like back in 2015, when Fox had the rights to X-Men and Fantastic Four, Marvel's like, yeah, we're not going to be making any more Fantastic Four comics. That's sort of where G Generation Clix is currently with Aquamiles. So, maybe we'll get something similar to like Chip Zdarsky's, series of when he had Johnny and Ben go and look for Reed and Sue. So potentially there could be, where in the world is Aquamiles, and he might show up, but it just needs someone to go look for him.
Or maybe like the X-Men entering Doomsday pretty soon. They're getting brought back just to get killed off forever.
Yeah,
Right.
that could be a thing.
You guys, spoiler alert, here's what you're going to see during Avengers Doomsday is actually Aquamiles shows up. Are we actually forming the Justice League? Rebin, who would you be?
Ugh.
That's hard for him. Shitty Bane.
Shitty Bane. Was Bane ever part of the Justice League or a good guy at all?
Oh, I'm sure at some point everybody's been a member of Justice League. It's like being an Avenger. Like something happened. Yeah.
He could.
I do like shitty Bane though.
Breaks Batwood's back, and Aquamiles is like, you're in.
I gotta really think about this. There's so many characters in the Justice League. I mean, could we have a new Pete Stick Man and Plastic Man?
Martian Pete Hunter? Just paint yourself green?
Oh, yeah.
The Pete Hunter?
Yeah.
I just don't like the Justice League enough.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Has anyone put together any good teams for Absolute Superman? Well, that's a trick question because that's impossible. Miles, do you have any tech for that?
Yeah, Comet. Use him as a pilot for Comet. Give him you're gonna give him Quake and Battle Fury. So when Comet dies, you just bring him out on his last click.
I guess that's probably the best use of him. I saw someone ask on Facebook, they're like, is there anything you can do that's good with this piece besides sell it? And I don't think so.
I just can't believe that people actually have paid like $150 for it. Like I saw a few people like key him for that price. I'm like, that's insane.
He has his fans, I guess.
He's really just coming in for Spacesuit Batman, right?
Yeah.
If you want to have that tech, but I mean, it's really just smashing with Green Torch is unbeatable.
Yeah, I don't think you do that because I think him for you as the pilot for Comet, so that way he comes out in his stop click of the 13 pulse wave, but deals 3 damage instead.
Yeah, I think then that's the only time that you can just get that off once before he goes. Mm-hmm. But if you're playing Space Batman, you're going to be offensive with Green Torch. You're not going to play him to get that protection or whatever it is for just one turn. And then his last question is, for Fight for Gotham, which one of you went the hardest and bought the most product? My bet is on Pete. From our team, I think it was actually Looper that bought the most from all our guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I'm 5 bricks in, and I'm not anywhere near what Looper bought.
You're pretty close to
he
me,
should
then.
be commended. He actually probably beat you.
Oh, for sure. I picked up 3 cases.
Purchases.
Yeah, I picked up 3 cases, and then Oliver and I both played into pre-release and release day, so got a couple little extra things there. So, but yeah, he bought from different stores from the WizKids site, so he went above all of us, I think, with this one. Miles, did you end up getting any of this yet?
No, the summer sets are always a hard go for me, especially with everything I've been dealing with. It's just just wasn't the card. So maybe
Maybe you win some of these
Thunderbolt.
tropical regionals and you get vault boosters and bricks.
Maybe, yeah. That's yeah. No, and also it's like there's a few cool things in the set, but like the main issue that I've been having every time I do buy the product is I do not have the luck of getting the good pieces. Usually I'll just get the trash,
Supermans.
Supermans, and I guess maybe I could have sold it for $150, but like what I mean, that the Venom case that I got was just I got Thanos and Hybrid. Like I tried selling them for $60 and someone's like, I'll give you 30 for my Thanos. I'm like,
Ouch.
that's just yeah, and I'm not saying that, I want to make my money back on a case. I think it's insane, but it's just yeah, it's some pieces are just not good, and I just don't have interest in getting it, which means that that's gonna be the pieces that I get. Like, and if I did purchase a Vault booster, it would 100% be the Red Hood one. So,
Really?
and if I bought two, it'd be double Red Hood. Yeah.
Oh, you mean because it's the worst one? Okay. I thought
Yeah.
that's the one.
Yeah.
I thought you would want that one. You said.
No.
All right.
No. The one I'd get.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Stephen Clark. Thoughts on Matter Eater Lad getting around first turn immunity to eat items. So here's a hot take. I think first turn immunity is actually too strong, and I think as long as you can't attack the opponent, being able to target them with more effects would actually be good for the game.
I don't think it's a hot take at all. I think I absolutely agree. We have seen how ridiculous equipment is, and Matter Eater Lad's 30 points to remove a 10-point object.
Right.
So, I mean, you're sacrificing 30 for 10. Equipment just has been getting out of hand. Sideline is getting out of hand. And I almost want to agree with you. I think if we didn't have things like the orb, I'd say totally. But yeah, I think that they should be able to get targeted like perplex and everything, because you have one of two options. You either just sit in your starting area if you go second to get hit, or you move up to get hit.
Right.
So, I mean, it would be, I think, more helpful, especially when you look at post cut on how often first player wins, to be able to like perplex down your opponent, even if you're not attacking or dealing damage.
Right. I think
that's fine.
First turn immunity should just be for attacks.
Damage, I think.
Oh yeah, sorry, damage. You shouldn't be able to just ping people either.
Yeah, I agree with damage. I thought the tech was really interesting. I guess I didn't really realize that he got around first turn immunity to do that, but that was a super cool play by I think Dan Powell did it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Michael Nelson did it at was it Origins or Nationals?
Yeah, I think it was Nationals.
Yeah.
I thought the different null builds are interesting. I just think that and Miles kind of touched on it earlier. The stop clicks on him are so ridiculously powerful that they need to be when first revealed. But other than that, I think it's cool. I think the temple teams are fine. Other people don't like them, Redman. But I think seeing one that's actually really viable. But the problem with the temple is always either it's so destructive. I feel like they still haven't balanced them completely. Does that make sense?
Right. They're either way
like
too easy to overwhelm, or they're just way too powerful so that they can't get overwhelmed. And that's why he heals so much, is to give him that longevity. But it's just hard to balance between good and trash. And Null is
even
far
once
from
per turn.
trash.
Maybe if they did the heal once per turn, if he rolls a 1 or 2, you can heal him. Maybe that would change because of the amount of, single D6 rolls that he gets on his turn and his opponent's.
I feel like that was partially on purpose, though. You feel like just one click of healing for a 255-point piece?
There has to be a middle ground. I think that even just like maybe when he rolls a single D6 on an opponent's turn, he can heal. I think that one of those, or just his turn.
No, I like that. I like the opposing turn. And I do like the stop click thing that you mentioned too, because the stop clicks are very frustrating.
Yeah.
So either one of those, I don't think you can do both without killing him. No.
Because you still want him to be playable, but there comes a point where he is just so powerful that that most teams get overwhelmed by him just because of all the healing.
I think we got a question about Null later, so we can go into some of the counters and stuff for him. And then he also asks thoughts on my new version of my Galactus team I played in the SummerSlam tournament Saturday. I think my favorite change is the longsword on Pegasus Captain America. So yeah, that was one of the changes then, Miles, that you mentioned. I just like seeing Zelma get played, even though it was really just to bring the Bloodstone on.
Yeah, I did like that because I mean, unfortunately, you do need Bloodstone, and it's like, all right. I mean, even though it's only one click, whatever. Like, I'll use it to play it. Pegasus Cap with Longsword has always been shown it is really good, and it helped him a ton. But yeah, Zelma is definitely the piece that was awesome to see.
How many squares is Colosseum Cap's Colosseum?
It's 2, so what? 16? 17?
It's 17. What's the how many
Including
squares?
square?
There's no way it's an odd number.
It is 17 including their square, because it's 2 squares from them. So it's 8 around them, and then another 8.
The Colosseum?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I only say 17 because I'm counting that square, because it's 2 squares from the marker itself.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 15. Sorry, 25. It's 25.
Is it that many? Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And then, so going back to his team real quick, how filled up can he make that?
So the 3x6 is what, 18 squares with just Galactus?
Yeah, so that's 18 right there. He's got the 2x2 Sinestro, so that's another 4. So he's filling that up real easy. So he doesn't even need the peanut base on there, but you can also just hide the Pegasus Cap behind all that.
Mhm.
And if
Yeah,
you
especially
move in
with
at all, then Pegasus just goes in. So yeah, it's a cool addition. Eventually, Steven, you gotta unlock the tech though. You got until Worlds to finish in first. So we got just the tropicals probably before Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really like his commitment to this team.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he continues to play things and his strategy and continues to refine it, and he still does really well, even in a game that still has some chance in it, obviously from the dice and everything else. So
I've never seen him like make a change though, and then it did bad. He's consistently evolving the build and still making cut and finishing really high. There was one I think
Yeah,
he
'cause he
came
made
in
the finals.
seconds. Yeah, I don't remember what event that
He
was
did-
though.
It was one of states. I want to say he made like 2 or 3 finals in states. It was,
Yeah,
I know, at least top
killer,
4.
Killer run.
Great run. Yeah.
All right, going to Ryan Bookwood. Thoughts on the Doomsday trailer, level of hype for this movie, and what do you think of Gambit going toe to toe with Shang-Chi? Oh, I finally did get around to watching it. I think it still feels way too far away, but man, the X-Men on screen at the MCU cast, that's going to be awesome. So I am still super hyped for that. The Gambit versus Shang-Chi, though, probably an awesome fight. Hopefully, in the end, Gambit charges his stupid bracelets and blows Shang-Chi's arms off. Have you guys seen it or no? The trailer?
Yes, I have. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched it a bunch. There's been a lot of conversations between me and my comic nerd friends about it. So I think you're going to see Battleworld. That's what I really think. I think you're going to see the introduction of the multiverse, and that's going to give them a whole bunch of different ways to spin off and do things of different versions of characters, where actors can play multiple different characters. I'm excited for Shang-Chi versus Gambit, but I think it's going to turn out like all comic hero fights where they first fight for a minute and they're like, man, did we just become best friends? And so eventually maybe, Gambit's running around with 5 of the 10 rings of power. Maybe they're like buddy bracelets, right?
Or maybe both their mom's name is Martha, and so they bond over that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
Martha.
Yeah. There's so many ways they could go. I mean, you could see Sacha Baron Cohen's Mephisto. You could see, Hydra Cap. I mean, these are all things that are popping around online. So if you're on any social media, these are all things people are talking about. But I am really excited. I don't ultimately think that the Doom we're getting is actually Doom. I think it's a
There's no
version of
way.
Doom.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get somebody else that eventually takes up the mantle. But I'm more excited than I've been for a Marvel movie in a long time, and I pretty much get excited about most of them.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with this, is that just from this trailer, like, it feels different than everything we've got, and the last few phases have been so lackluster. Like, even the trailers really don't seem great, and it's almost like the movies leading up to this don't deserve for this movie to be this good or look this good. But I'm glad that it does, because we've had so many disappointments.
I mean, how about where Doom stopped Stormbreaker with 2 fingers when it about cut Thanos in half?
Yeah.
With most of the gems. I was like, oh wow. Thor's about to get hit with that squash match real quick right there. Like that's classic wrestling build up.
So
Well,
we're
and
actually
that was the big thing. It's he's the Drew McIntyre, and Drew didn't like that. He told him to delete it.
we're actually going through and rewatching all of the MCU movies. Not the TV shows, obviously. That would take like a decade. But we're going through and watching them all. We just finished Endgame, and it's crazy how much the tone shifts after Endgame. So this is, yeah, like Pete said, the most hyped I've been for an MCU movie since that. Just seeing
Yeah,
some of the classic costumes, though, for the X-Men. Cyclops, come on.
Oh yeah, that looked great. And this is the hot take, is that my favorite movie post Endgame is Quantum Mania.
Just stop.
I'm being legit. I'm serious. I enjoyed that movie with
Yeah, I'm
Kang, and
sure.
I was hoping we get
Yep.
more from Kang.
And MODOK
I'm
was probably
serious.
your favorite character from it.
I love Darren. Don't talk crap about Darren. All right.
I love Darren.
Yeah.
I actually liked Quantumania.
It was fun.
But I like a little bit of silliness to my Marvel movies too. That's why I think some people didn't like some of the Thors. I thought that they were all kind of fine at the time, but I like to see a return to more serious Thor, doing Thor-like things.
All right, let's go to
Yeah,
Caleb
and then
Gadu. Oh, there's more. What?
Oh, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh,
What?
there's always more. Well, like, we had just so many duds. Like, we were talking about the TV shows with Secret Invasion, the Marvels. Like, it was so many duds, and I'm ready for me to be hyped to go to theaters. It is my son's birthday, so obviously it's a reason for me to go watch it on his birthday. So
Nice.
Should be enjoyable for him.
I think so.
All right, we got Caleb Cadu. Most of the fight for Gotham set seems pretty lackluster with gems hidden in the rough. What character is your gem in the rough that isn't super talked about with this set? Mine is Batman Family, Fig, the 2x2, and Batman Ninja. Oh, for me, I think it's the super rare Deathstroke, and then Talia. Just seeing assassins potentially get another shot, even in modern without Talon, and then with Talon and Silver. I think that super rare Deathstroke and then being able to pair him with Talia really give me some hope for assassins again. Miles, what do you think?
Hugo Strange, I think, is the true diamond in the rough that's not being talked about. He's 50 points, and he hands out friendly characters with less points gain toughness and super strength. Just handing out super strength to figures is insane. Your 0-point pogs. I mean, Reverse Flash now has super strength, without having to pay the points. It helps you manipulate the terrain more. Also, with that extra knockback, plus giving them a reducer, I think that he's really, like. He also has martial artists, so maybe you can give him one of the techniques.
After you give up 60 points to give him poison?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of got like a prime Kingpin effect there with helping out smaller point characters. Yeah. But are you actually building with him?
No, but he's just the diamond in the rough that I'm really not building with minifigures in the set that are like the diamonds in the roughs. I mean, I'm building with Scarecrow, but like Hugo Strange is one of those figures that, like, we always see that fun like multiple man team. Like he helps that team so much because now they're getting the reducer, and then now they also have super strength.
Mm-hmm. Pete, what are you thinking is your diamond in the rough?
Well, I want to say Dick Dragon because we love him.
He's not even bad.
I also want to say Bulge because we love him too.
Not bad either.
But honestly, I think, and I think you're starting to see him a little bit. I think that Ventriloquist Prime is absolutely ridiculous. When you look at you have to build into it, right? Because you have to be able to get Batman enemy on a lot of pieces, or they have to have it. But being able to pass around the dummy with or without the dumpster for a 13 attack
You need the dumpster.
is just it's just honestly amazing. Like I don't think there's been the ability to hand out that combat value like that as easily as this one's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked
And Dick
about in
Dragon.
the the set review just how you're playing him just to manipulate the 13 attack and the perplex enhancement, but easily worth a prime slot.
I can't wait for someone to play Ventriloquist and they go against Gore, and Gore's first player. So when Ventriloquist starts the game, he can't generate Scarface.
And then you just have the old man by himself, not doing
Yep.
anything,
Yeah.
hiding behind the dumpster, wondering where his dummy is.
Yep.
Next question: what do you think about people playing Null now that with what's out and what's to come? Obviously, it's super strong. I think we talked about this a little bit earlier, but it's hard to balance the OMAs and the tent poles. Either they're going to be too easy to overwhelm, or they're just way overpowered. And I think Null is just on that way overpowered side, where he just needs a little bit of tweaking once you actually see how he plays. Where are you guys at before we talk about counters to him?
I've already talked about. Yeah, I think that he's at that overpowered mark where I do think that he needs to get some kind of nerf. I don't want to see him unplayable, but something more balanced with the amount of healing, and even with Bloodstone being a thing, because he can just delete whoever has the Bloodstone pretty easily. So, yeah,
There's still things that
I'd
beat
like to
him though.
grind it.
Like even like
There is.
both first and second place Null teams, they were 6-2, so they both lost 2 times.
So Dan's only losses were against
The other Null.
Jason.
Okay.
Yes. So, and that's the difference, is that the Null with Matter Your Lad is better against the field, but is horrible against the mirror match with just Null.
The difference between Null though is between Null and, like, let's say Phoenix Force Thor, where he just says like you can't do a bunch of stuff, or same thing with Juice, right, where he just says you can't take your free actions. At least Null lets me play my team. So I think
Yeah, you can even put Null at less than 200 points. He's able to generate 80 points.
Yeah, but
as well.
You're
and
not.
He's only 255.
What are you really getting though? TKs and probs that also just give up points. The problem is just that he gets everywhere and deals a bunch of damage. So you got to find ways to be able to pin him down and make sure you hit, and he can't roll his single d6s. So sure, Bloodstone is a big thing. You have the Sentinel Head, right, to take away, or is that just super senses? Or is that shape change? It's a shape change, yeah. So you have the Sentinel Head, which is 0 point terrain that can help with that rollout. You have Ravencroft that can give your whole team Battle Fury for a turn. Bloodstone so that he can't heal for all his single d6s. Pulse Wave, and then you have the Bolas and Utility Belt right there. You can pin him down, so now he doesn't have any range, right?
Yeah, but it's the fringe teams that he just wrecks. That it's one of these pieces that is so hard to deal with because of everything that he does. That's why I honestly think that the only fix he needs is that the stop clicks need to only be once when revealed.
Yeah, I agree.
Stops. That's going to be the best way. I mean, he's 55 points more than Collector, and Collector had that. So, and he's an Ultra Chase.
He was also only 200 points, right? No, yeah, right?
Yeah, he's 200 points, yes,
Yeah.
but like he doesn't have like the crazy amount of healing and everything, and it's night and day difference. Like Null is a 400 point figure that you're only paying 255 points for.
I just hate seeing a figure do well and then saying that he needs to get changed immediately. So I think that it should still kind of get a chance to work itself out. I do think there's plenty of counters.
No, I don't. There is counters, yes. Like the chain is a perfect counter. I just think that for balancing purposes for the game, like that's why I said like those stop clicks should never have been always having stop, just because of like how many rollouts there are that he can do.
How many things get rid of stop clicks right now? You have the Mind Gem, one shot. You have Green Man for a turn, or for an attack.
For an attack, Pegasus Cap.
Yeah, that's a big one too. So he.
Chase
You also
Manhunter.
have you
What'd
have
you
a
say, Pete?
15-point
Chase-
Manhunter.
Chase Manhunter, 15-point Manhunter. Yeah, Miles is gonna mention him.
The new
But you can't play Chase Manhunter against him because you can't, unless he generates, you can't get out enough of the terrain markers.
before he's
Yeah.
dead.
Well,
No, you can't.
You can't.
can't
You gotta have
turn
at
to
least
zero.
4.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
under the people. Yeah, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
You also have the stuff that just gets rid of protected outwit, the new lasso on a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you gotta move her adjacent to do that. Yeah.
So I don't know.
This is what
I just feel
the
like
entire problem
there's
too
a
is
lot
that
of counters. It's not like you can only play one thing to have a chance of beating him.
if you build to kill Null, it's harder to build to beat other things. I mean, you can look at Steven's team, for example. Like his team is great against the field, but it can't really deal with Null. He did beat Null, but he also lost Null twice. So out of the 3 games. So when you're looking at it with that, you're like, okay, do I want to beat the field or beat Null? Because if you change your team to beat Null, you're going to be worse off against other teams. That's where the entire point of the balancing comes into play that I'm talking about. I don't want him to be nerfed. I just want him to not feel like it's just insurmountable. I mean, literally, Ricky playing against 2 of them, both on their last click, and by the next turn, they're both on click 1. Insane.
But then that
Go
just
from click 11 to click 1.
that just means
In
though
one turn.
that he didn't have enough things to stop the healing or ways to
Yes,
put it
and
down.
then
No?
but now the stop clicks even make it harder because now you got to do that again with these stop clicks that keep going over and over and over again, and the chances of him, never really getting past his stop click is insane because if you heal him for 4 damage, he goes to a stop, but all you had to do is roll a 1 or a 2 for one of his rollouts, and now he's back on click 1 or 2. So then now that attack was pointless because now you got to attack him again with those same rollouts to put him on click 3 that will heal. So it's even worse than the Soul Sword with him.
So
Like
here,
you saw with Apoc and Genesis.
looking at Steven's team again, what does he have that's going to be able to really deal with Null? He
can't.
doesn't. He's got the Pegasus Captain
It's
America,
tough.
but he still has to hope that he doesn't hit shape change.
Yep.
And then he's got the head, but he doesn't have anyone with super strength. So the only way that he can really hope to get that next to Null is a TK by the Phoenix Pog. And that and Zelma Stanton, that stuff all dies. So I just don't think he had enough answers to do that. There's nothing for Battle Fury or getting rid of stop clicks besides Captain America.
He did. His team actually surprisingly has an interesting counter to Null, and I'm not sure if he utilized it because I wasn't able to see his games. He has a 2x2 Sinestro. Sinestro can consistently make chains to give Null 0 speed. So he can move in and out. The only problem is that now you got to try and hit that 20. But you can keep making chains every turn, perplexing him down to a 19, and then hitting with a 13 chain to in cap him and potentially. But now you got to just try and stop his rollouts, of course,
Right.
for like a shape change in senses. His team actually does have a decent, answer to it. It's just like, okay, let's hopefully he doesn't roll 1 or 2. Roll 3 or 4, baby. Roll 3 or 4.
So you stay clear of the head and you take out Captain America first. And then I don't think that there's much you can do after that. The
No,
rest of the stuff
there,
is just
yeah.
going to fall. So I think you need ways to deal with the shape change and the stop clicks a little bit more. He's got Green Man too, I guess, but I don't know. Pete, where are you at?
I think you just make the stop clicks when first revealed. Because I think you talked about Ricky's team. Like obviously, there's teams that have the damage output, but if you have the stop clicks and you have that turn where you don't get through it, that's where the problem becomes. Once you get past it, it can still grant powers, but it doesn't activate the stop version of it, right? Or that would be a perfectly fine mechanic in my mind. I hate to see the loss to tent poles, but I also don't want to take anything away from Dan and Jason. They're both really, really good players. I mean, great players. And so they made this thing work, and it's cool to me to see the tent pole be successful. But it's that piece is, and I think in silver it's not. I think there's way more answers for him in silver than there are on modern currently. So I think that's also just a problem of the format. It's like at 255 with the extra things he's bringing in or not bringing in, you're really setting it up to you control more of your win or loss condition with Null in modern than almost any other piece. Because you're like, well, here I am, I'm fighting this, so I can't give points up because that's where I lose. So I'm just not going to generate. And I'm going to take the chance that I'm going to get wherever I want eventually and slaughter something. And we don't even talk about his decimate trait. Like there's times where that just wins you the game.
Well, looking at
Depending on
Ricky's
what you're playing
team.
against.
Well, actually, yeah, looking at both Ricky and Steven's team, you kill one Captain America, that kills his Colosseum
Mm-hmm.
cap on Steven's team, and you kill one Captain America Pegasus cap on this team, and the other one drops too.
And he can one turn one because he's dealing 6 damage.
Right.
So yeah, you can just go ahead and hit that Pegasus cap. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kill him, and then yeah, you get 80 points.
That's
Right
what
off
I'm
the rip.
saying. So you need more answers to deal with that.
I'd much rather play against a whole day of nulls than a whole day of Beetlejuices.
Oh, 100%. At least I can still
Yeah.
play the team that I brought. And then he asked thoughts on this team. So this is a modern Batman family theme team. It has the new 2x2 Batman family at 125 with the avatar of Animal Man, Batman Ninja with the Batarang, Nightwing 040 the rare with the it says Pog Bitewing, the new Alfred that's the 037A with the smoke grenade, and then the one from the iconic set has the utility belt, and then Lucas PJ Scott Pog, Sideline, Animal Man, Ares, Black Flash Mimic, and Reverse Flash. I think this is a very fun team, but I think it's going to lack mobility and damage output. Right? Batman Family can get around if he goes to his card, but he's only got one TK with the Iconics Alfred, and you have Nightwing only has a 6 speed. So he'd have to do like a charge and then the running shot first or next or something. What do you guys
Well,
think?
he also gets he didn't add it. He can get the free bola currently, and Batman Family can just do whenever he can choose close combat expert, so it'll be a 13 for 4, and then he can just deal damage up to 2 other opposing characters within range and line of fire.
With what?
And so now you can make 3 people with the Batman Family because he gets a free one shot that he didn't add. So he gets a free bola with the utility belt because you get a free one shot.
I would
Utility belt one
assume it's
shot.
just not on this build because he's got.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have even
So that's
had
what I mean.
another
Yes.
one.
So yeah, Batman Family can make 3 people immobile and then make those same 3 immobile next turn, dealing 4 damage.
You think the rest offers enough though?
I don't think so. I think that this is definitely like one of those fun builds. It can probably surprise. It's one of those things that can it's gonna be very, very interesting and matchup heavy. But I mean, it could sneak into cut potentially, depending on what's in the field.
I think that this would honestly even just be a fine team to bring to a casual weeknight.
I do too. It's just it's a team that could like maybe sneak in, but it's not gonna really do much after that when you're looking at the other teams that they're dealing with.
Because Batman family has no reducers, right? Their biggest
No,
thing
unless
is
they
just
play
being
with
able to.
Animal Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's why you have to have Animal Man.
I just think the rest of it just drops too easy and it doesn't have the mobility. When you're trying to move around a map, it just isn't going to be mobile.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very fun team. I think there's nothing wrong with playing on a weekly event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's go to McConnell Lamar. Hey, gents, thanks for the exhaustive and exhausting review of Fight for Gotham City. Absolutely, McConnell. All right, McConnell asks, how would you rank the 8 vault boosters from 1 through 8? So I went through and actually did rank these already because that's a lot to to rank just randomly off the top of your head.
I think it's probably going to be. I think all 3 of ours would probably be the same from what the best is to the worst.
So can we all agree that Red Hood is number 8?
8. Oh, I thought we were going from 1 to 8 at 1. Absolutely. No, it's easily the worst.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That one sucks.
And then I got some hate for my less than enthusiastic review of Donna Troy, but I put her at 7 actually.
I don't have her at 7. I don't.
No. I don't
Okay.
have her at 7 either.
What is your guys' 7?
I have the Batman one.
That's my number 6. Pete, what's your 7?
The only thing saving the Batman one is the Bat Cycle.
Yep.
Well, he's
Because
got
it's
that.
not unique.
That's a pretty cool ability to drop in on the map, though, with equipment. To me, that's what's saving it the most.
Number 7, I know everybody loves the Penguin, but the Rubber Duck sucks, so I'm going to put that at 7.
Penguin at 7? Jeez.
I'm not
Penguin
playing
gives
the
a
Rubber
bunch
Duck.
of equipment. No, well, the Rubber Duck is terrible, but the Penguin
I'm
just
probably not
handing out
playing
equipment?
Penguin either.
Oh, this is like
I'm
the
not
coolest
playing Penguin either, personally.
Okay.
It is a cool Penguin, but I'm still not playing it. I'm never playing the Rubber Duck, but Miles, you can make it work.
I can't make that work.
Right,
I can't
yeah.
polish that turd.
So I said we were going to disagree because I
Okay.
think our number 1's going to be varied too.
It shouldn't be, but you're on the podcast, so probably.
I don't know.
All right,
We'll
see.
get there.
We will get there soon. What is your number 6?
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Yeah, I have her at
No,
number
I
6. Yeah.
I
No, I don't
completely
think she's
disagree
bad.
with that.
I don't think she's bad. There's just I have the 5 other ones I have above her are I just like a little bit more.
All right, Pete, 6.
6, I would probably go with Bat Cow, honestly.
The Super Pets.
Super Pets.
Yeah, because again, something I'm not going to play. I think it's funny or fun, but dude, Miles, there's very few times where I completely disagree with you, and that Catwoman is, I think that's way off.
No, I
But we'll get
I
there.
do like her. There's just a few. Yeah, I have her at 6, but yeah, that's.
All right, then number
don't think she's
Great question so far.
Number
Who'd you say for number
5,
6, Ruben?
Batman. The Batman
See,
one.
at number
Oh,
5.
I guess I
have-
forgot to put that somewhere, didn't I? I'd probably put Batman at 6. So now you know my number 5 is Bat Cow.
Yeah. Number 5 for me is going to be Penguin.
Okay.
You really like that Penguin, huh, Ruben? That
Penguin?
much?
Penguin? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Super Pets at 5. Pete, you said Penguin is at 5.
Yeah,
for
I
you?
moved. No, I moved Batman to 6. I'm gonna move Bat Cow to 5.
Okay. Number 4, I have Super Pets.
That Donna Troy I have at 4.
Donna Troy's at 4?
Specifically because I love Donna Troy. There is so much potential with her. She's not being looked at enough.
Or will?
So I have Donna Troy at 4 also. Discordia is very good. The equipment going on to Amazon's is amazing, and Donna Troy is really a pretty cool piece. So I agree with Miles there.
I mean, to be fair, all the vault boosters are pretty amazing. Just shy of Red Hood.
Not Red Hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 3, I got Catwoman.
Yeah, that's where I have Super Pets. Is it 3?
I'm gonna make some enemies. Beast Boy.
It's still up there, top 3.
Yeah.
That's my second one is Beast Boy.
Same.
Pete, what's your
It's
number
my
2?
favorite, but
Oh,
yeah, I can't just look at it and say this is the best one if we're ranking it from 1 to 8.
yeah.
So 2.
It's still really good, obviously, if it's making
Absolutely
second,
is.
because they're all pretty good, minus Red Hood.
Man, I'm really sweating on this decision here. Because this is either an argument. Well, it's going to be an argument either way. But I really like that Catwoman one. But I can't. I got to put her at 2. I can't do it. I wanted to really have a hot take at number 1, but that Catwoman one's insane though. Like that booster's amazing. Yeah, that's number 2. Number 1's clearly, obviously, the Pegasus.
Yeah, so you get the Wonder Woman's good with that team up card. You get the Pegasus. You also get the weapon rack, and you get the archery target.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wait. Maybe the archery target's on something else. Is it?
I want to say that might be actually Donna Troy's booster.
That's what I'm looking for right now. Wonder Woman.
It is Wonder Woman also?
Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
so
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman Vault booster is just absolutely stacked.
Yeah.
Are we 100% sure on that? Because I'm sure I got an archery target in another booster. Because
I know that the Donna Troy does come with some of them because you also
yeah,
get-
because I'm
you
pretty
also
sure I
get
got
the-
it in that one.
You get the Amazonian shield and sword, I think, in the Donna Troy one too.
Well, it's and it says in HC units Donna Troy or Wonder Woman. So if you go to
The weapon rack
Okay.
just says Wonder Woman.
archery
The archery
target is
target says
just Wonder Woman, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I got it in a Donna Troy booster.
Because I
In
think
fact,
it's
I
the
know
Teen
for-
Titans. I think
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the Titans Raft and the Chronotron Bomb is what's supposed to be in the Donna Troy.
So I got 2 Donna Troy boosters. I know I have. I'd have to go look, but I'm fairly certain I have 2 archery targets. But I may be mistaken. But the Wonder Woman one, regardless, is clearly the best one.
The best.
But dude, that Catwoman one is insane, and it's lazy. The team up card's lazy, but you know, I have your equipment. I took it. See ya. Thanks.
All right, second question. Will Pulp be highlighted again? We have gotten better CUR figures, which should bolster the format, but we need events. Any format just needs attention to be healthy, and I just don't think Pulp will ever get that. Obviously, we saw with the regionals back in whenever that was that they did not go over that well. So I don't think it is, besides the side events at a major event, I don't think we really see much support for it. What about you, Miles?
That's unfortunately, and I am a huge supporter of Pulp, but I don't think it can ever be a main event, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that as a side event, it's totally fine. I'd like to see Worlds potentially get a Pulp champion. I do think the format does deserve, but it's especially if you're doing modern Pulp, we saw it with Dormammu. Like Dormammu just runs the format, and even more so than just modern. Pulp is ran by in modern the tent poles, or you're gonna have the bystander gimmicks. And I know the gore, but so you're gonna play one piece to, I just don't think he's good enough. He stops the Pog teams, but it's still I don't think he's good enough.
And you shouldn't have to play a piece to shut down the best piece.
No. Yeah.
So there's just a format's always going to get cracked for the most part. So pulp gets figured out relatively quick. Pete, what do you think about pulp?
Well, I'm going to offer no insights that the reigning and defending world pulp champion is going to offer. I mean, Miles he's the pulp champion. So if he tells you that's the problems, then that's probably the problems. I don't have a problem with pulp. I would not. If you said, "Hey, you want to travel to an event to play pulp?" I'd be like, "No." But if I'm at an event and there's a pulp side thing, I'd probably be like, "Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do whatever else is going on, so I'll go try a pulp thing." So I think it's more of one of those side events that you don't go to an event for. Like you don't travel for it. Like people will travel for modern, they'll travel for silver, but I don't think people are traveling for pulp.
Yeah, we saw it with the Ices that it just did not bring in people. And number 3, how awesome was episode 4 of X-Men 97? Thoughts on the season so far? I've loved every one, even the Weapon X one. Probably the weakest, but still super enjoyable. After episode 4, I think they're teasing Onslaught, potentially. But I'm always excited for Wednesday nights. The whole family sits down and gets to watch that week's episode. So, great season so far, and I think there's at least 2 more seasons that are already greenlit to get made. So, super excited to hear that, too.
Yeah,
They go to
potentially
4.
6 or 7 is what the creator said.
Yeah, they can keep going as long as Disney pays for them.
Yeah.
What do you think
I have
about
not seen it. I haven't even seen the first season yet. I just
what?
yeah. Just
Miles.
it's just not my jam.
That's
Sorry, it's just not my
very
jam.
saddening.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Just yeah. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry.
That's not helpful.
Yeah, no, I just yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. So I watched season 1. I loved it. I have not started season 2 yet. I'm gonna wait till episode 6 and then binge them all in one evening, back to back, while humming the theme song and holding Prime Cable in my lap.
I think there's 9 episodes this season, so we still got.
Oh, maybe I'll wait for all 9 then and just knock it out in a day. But I liked the first season, so it's always fun when you get to see a property that you really love like do well in these things, especially in new media.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's been a great revival. Going to Mark Bird. What is up, degenerates? Your budget clearly knows no bounds with the star-studded cast lately of Hulkster, the former Governator, and Kermit. How can other podcasts even consider competing with this Oscar-worthy lineup? They're
How
actually
did he
calling
forget
us.
Iago?
Oh, and Iago, yeah.
I mean,
But
yeah, I know he's drunk, but
they're calling us. They want to be a part of this, so it's all pro bono. They're just excited.
Yep.
Excuse
I
me?
want to say thank you to the cameo of Milesverse. I think that really got my face out there, and a lot of other people on Cameo have reached out to me to join, and we are not as willy-nilly to just let anybody, We had like that average-looking guy, he tried getting on, and I'm like, there's just not a spot for you, man. We
Yeah.
have drunk Iago instead.
Did you say willy-nilly?
Yes, I did.
Did you say pro bono or
Yeah.
pro boner?
Well, both.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Mark, thank you for the kind words as always. I don't know where these amazing star-studded casts come from. I'm only going to credit Miles. If you walk into a place and you're there with 20 people, Miles knows 19 of them. So it's unbelievable. His connections to Hollywood, amazing. And Redman hooks it up for the podcast.
Going to number 2, Vault boosters have been a hit with the community thanks to the great components and, dare I say, not a single one being a dud. Red Hood.
What?
Thoughts on this?
Yeah, that's
Red
not
Hood.
right.
Yeah, Red Hood. Thoughts on this part of Fight for Gotham City, making this year's DC set another necessary investment for players wanting to keep in the competitive arena. With one set a year, DC always has to kind of be special, and the Vault boosters are still super exclusive. And then you have the FOMO of them kind of hyping them up a little bit because people really don't know how available they're going to be. But it does look like they're going to be used for prizing coming up here. We do have them available in the top 4 for the Tropicals. And then hopefully we see them at least be used for prizing at Worlds. But I think that would be kind of cool if we actually see them as some sort of like exclusive BR, kind of like what they did with the Jurassic boosters a couple years ago. So they're too competitive to just have be available the way they are on release. If that's how they are in the beginning, totally fine. But it's going to be hard for any one person to collect 8 of them when they're blind draw. So I still am missing one. I don't even know which one it is. Actually,
Red Hood.
it might actually be Red Hood. So that's probably why I'm not
You're not
missing
missing
it.
one then.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You're not missing it.
So, what do you guys think they could do for a BR? Just throw it in as prizing? Is there any way you would implement?
No, you drop it as pricing.
You don't
I
think
don't
you
know.
could open
So
it?
if
The problem with
I think
opening
s-
it and using it, if you draft from them, it breaks up the set.
yeah.
So
Yeah, but
drafting is
ideally, if you're doing
easiest.
prizing in the BR, you're breaking up the set anyway, right? You
So
open the vault booster and you let people choose.
No, you can just keep it
I
closed,
think
and that's one of the things you draft, like an LE.
no, I would
Oh
like to
man,
see like maybe like a $50 buy-in. I want to see vault booster BRs where you have to open a random vault booster and that's your team, you know? And
I think you
then
could do that.
you keep it. And then you keep that vault booster and then you have the LEs. So like maybe you do a $60 buy-in because you're already getting the vault booster and then you'll have like the LE prices. I think that'd be pretty cool. I
And
mean, if I
then
did it every time, it'd be Red Hood. So
yeah, you want to watch me pull Red Hood all day long?
that's it.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you
So
pull
that way,
Red
even if you
Hood,
get last place, you still keep yours.
if you pull Red
Yeah.
Hood, you can stand up and get kicked in the nuts, and that way you feel a little bit better at least.
I mean, if you're pulling Red Hood, aren't you really having a bad day anyway?
Yeah.
I wonder what people would do if they do end up having those
And
at
in
Worlds.
HeroClix.
I pull a
Yeah.
Red Hood and I just stand up after I open it and I just look at one of my opponents or all 3 of my opponents and say, "Kick me in the nuts! I got Red Hood." I hope they do
Can
this
we-
because now I have to do it. So if they are Vault Booster BRs, we're able to use a Vault Booster. I will pull Vault for him and I will let my opponents kick me in the nuts.
I feel like you got to do a vault
Can we just
booster and a
figure out-
regular booster.
Yeah, can we just figure out a way to stop talking about pulling Red Hood?
I don't want to leave the subject yet.
Hmm.
We'll bring it back.
Okay. So as far as it being necessary investment, yes, I agree with the fact that it is. You have to, if you want to play competitive, have access to the equipment and honestly the terrain. Some of the terrain is nuts. But I think, like you said, if it becomes less exclusive as time goes on, I think that's the right way to roll this out.
Miles, anything to add?
No, I think that seeing them as prizing for top 4, I think is a great sign for where they're going. So there's really no complaints.
And yeah, like I said, hopefully
So
we see some in Worlds.
Are we calling this Miles World's Rochambeau challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go to number 3. Miles, on a scale of early Mask era Kane to Macho Man spending a night with his nose in the Swiss Alps, how excited were you to see a return of multiple motorcycle options in Fight for Gotham City?
I mean, that's one hell of a scale, but I don't think the Macho Man's high enough. I would have to go Sting visiting Vader at the White Castle of Fear is my level of excitement.
Oh, that's a great reference.
That's my excitement level right there.
Okay.
And if you have not seen this, if you have not seen the hype video of Sting going to the White Mountain of Fear, you need to do yourself a favor and watch it. It is cinema gold. Sting's wearing, I'm looking at it right now. Sting's wearing his sweet shades. He's got his denim jacket, and he's letting Vader know it's going down at Super Brawl.
All right, then
Yeah, I mean, and we haven't even had motorcycle leave modern. We've had motorcycle in modern since motorcycle came out.
Well,
We had the
that's
terrain marker motorcycle from
that
Smash and Destroy.
does not count. Get out of here. Terrible. All right, let's go to
Speaking of motorcycles.
Matt's. Don't.
No, I heard one in the background.
No, that was my dog.
Oh, it sounded like a motorcycle.
All right, then we have one for Maps Peterson, Royal Knower of Great Maps, Lord of the Lighthouse, and the Debonair Duke of the Dice. Do you feel X-Men 97 is the most essential play-at-home or map and terrain kit in Modern for both new players and seasoned veterans if they could only access one double-sided map in Modern?
Sir Morkbird, first of your name, Protector of the Realm, Australia. This is a wonderful question, as always, and I do always appreciate a new title of the Debonair Duke of the Dice. Yeah. I think if you're going to buy one play-at-home kit, assuming I don't know what the map menu is going to do, hopefully never come back, but if they're going to keep the same one, that's the one you have to have, right?
Yeah.
Because what is
You
it?
can play basketball.
Yeah. X-Mansion and basketball?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
All I know is that the basketball court's in the terrain kit. All right. Mr. Redman, you've had many great go-to pieces that you've championed over the years as your focal point of play. Is Cable Prime still holding that spot for you now, or are you across to another piece more recently? Cable Prime is, I would say, still on my list, but I just don't have a ton of events I'll be able to play through coming up here. So besides the Fellowship Cup, I think the next big event I'll be playing at is probably Worlds. So there's a couple other pieces that I would like to try out first, but until Juice leaves, I think Cable Prime is just, it is hurt too much by his existence. So X-Men 97 should have another Worlds, right? They were right after. Yeah, they were right after last Worlds. So yeah, there's always time to come back to them, and maybe we get another X-Men set that strengthens X-Men even more. So he's on the back burner, but he's not left my heart, Mork.
So when you're putting your figures that rotate like Arachnite into a display case, and you look at Prime Cable, do you just say,
You just made the list!
No.
"Oh, you said Cable's on your list," so I figured,
I just
made the list.
I keep everything incredibly organized, so I actually don't really have anything on display. I had way too much stuff to look in all these different places for it. So we actually finally just cleaned Oliver's room, and he was able to pull his team for Monday pretty much exclusively from his stuff. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully
That
he can
makes it easy.
keep it organized. Now
I played that kid. That's not happening.
I know he's so not
like,
organized.
It's like a travel case explodes at the table.
Between the action tokens and the cards and the equipment and KO'd pieces and just pieces that he wants to cheer him on and his sideline. Yeah, it gets to be a mess. We're still working on it. We're working on it.
I mean, he's still one of the most fun games in HeroClix, but it is like there is just stuff everywhere.
Number 6, a question for everyone. Do you each have a pair of favorite dice that are a go-to for competitive events, or do you carry multiple pairs and move to a new set when the dice are rolling cold? I've been playing with my SVAC dice since they came out in 2020. Before that, it was the X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga dice. So they've definitely ridden waves of hot and cold, but I've stuck with them. Miles, do you have dice that you have been playing with for a while?
Yeah, I have my Swamp Thing dice. I also have my Wakanda dice, but apparently some opponents don't like the Wakanda dice.
Pete, I've seen you switch between a handful of dice, but they're usually all pretty bad.
Yeah, it depends how I it really is like which one's gonna break my heart the least. But I have really, I would say, 3 main sets. although I did acquire some new ones that have been okay lately. Now I'm gonna curse them, but I usually go with the Future Foundation ones where everybody thinks that the symbol is the 3. So on the off chance both of them come up, I'm like, no, that's actually a 12, and we're both confused by that. The Wakanda dice from the Wakanda set with the 2 Black Panther faces I play quite a bit, and man, those dice just love to screw me at the worst moment possible. The Wakanda dice that Miles gave me that you basically everybody hated Adepticon because it's like super tiny numbers that everybody's trying to figure out what the symbols are, and I'm like, no, man, the numbers are right there. Those were good that day, and then I've been playing with a set of rock dice, which are starting to turn into my old classic dice of they can basically find ones, twos, and threes. That's about it. So, not great.
And then Christine's been playing with those Deadpool dice probably potentially even longer than I've been playing with the SVAC dice. Because she had the
Yeah, they've seen some ups and downs, but not for the downs are not that long.
no.
Like I'll tell you that. Yeah.
She originally her first pair that she would play with was the Mighty Thor dice. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
And then I lost one of
Yeah.
them in my room, so she had to pick new ones, and she went with the Deadpool dice, and then she's been playing with those ever since. But yeah, those were like the early days. And then Oliver can't even stick with a pair of dice for one game. They're always mismatched and or another set every game.
I like
Yeah,
the
you
Louise
occasionally get
little
the
dice, the big dice. That's my
yeah,
favorite.
you'll get the super giant dice, and the one week where you played with the Pokemon dice were the super tiny ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what are we? Come on, Ollie. He's having fun though.
Number 7, wrestling has seen many catastrophic injuries in the ring over the years, some with great comebacks, others ending careers, and sadly, some having even greater finality. If we see HeroClix in a similar vein, which erratas over the last several years have absolutely wiped out the utility of a piece, which have given the balance they needed for the health of the game, and which do you feel have worked in a piece's favor? I think the most recent ones, they were pretty epic, both for the health of the game and then also burying Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. He got put out to pasture. The pilot deaths not triggering on stop clicks really seemed counterintuitive to how he's supposed to work. So unless he sees another errata to fix that part, he's pretty much gone. But health of the game, man, giving those erratas to Loki, Spider-Man, and wasn't there one more besides Spirit of Vengeance or no?
Oh, Spirit of Vengeance was with that.
Was
Yeah.
the third one? Okay. But yeah, those
Uh-huh.
were all really big. What do you think, Miles?
The erratas that completely wiped out the utility of a piece was actually when they banned Predagiton. Because the balancing, like I know that you lose the utility of the pilot pooping, but let's be honest, like that was for the health of the game. It was just getting out of hand with him, Loki, and Spirit or in Spider-Man. I do think that the one errata that worked in a piece's favor is Ares. I think that it's a completely different. You could say it's a nerf in most ways it is, but it now plays completely different and works with different figures now. So like Null, for instance, can just do 3 damage to everyone around him because of his printed 6. So I think that the utility of Ares makes it more balanced.
Yeah, it's a good example. Oh, you also have the little shift with Juice too, where you couldn't bring him in with like the autonomous time breakers anymore, but now once you don't have any, what is it, standard characters, then he can just stay in.
Yeah, but you can still choose that. Yeah, that's what's really interesting is that you can choose that, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
Pete, do you have any examples to bring up?
No, I think you guys covered it. Health of the game. It was making sure that stop clicks could not be activated on your turn if you were playing the piece. I think that was super important. I think one that happened at the time, and then everybody tried to act like it was the sky was falling, and then he just got as much play as Kong. Like Kong was just
Yeah.
as fine.
Spot
yeah.
too.
So yeah, I think I think getting rid of Predegaton was a gross overreaction. I always just thought that you take that one power and you move it up to another point dial, and he'd have just been he was just a great 20 points, and he still would have saw play even without being able to place your opponent's pieces at the beginning of the game. So that one's one that I'll never really agree with, and I thought was really super silly. As far as things that made him better, the only one I can really think of is honestly, yeah, I agree, Miles. Like with in the juice meta, hypersonic is so important. So still having Ares being able to do that now with pieces like Null, like Ares is not worse. He's just not. In fact, in some ways, it's almost more devastating to your team as long as you know where he finishes.
Always know where to finish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Miguel Silva. What new LEs are for Worlds? We know that the Symbiote Dragon that we got to preview on our YouTube will be there, and then Dial H just previewed the new Black Cat one that looks pretty neat. And then HeroClix headquarters showed us it was called the Gnome Stack, I think, right?
Did Station Zebra do the Guardsman? Is that Worlds?
I don't know if that's going to be available for Worlds. It's going to be available this weekend for their prizing for Nationals,
Oh, okay.
but it could be
I'm pretty
available at
sure.
Worlds.
I thought they said that it's gonna be a buyable. I think.
Yeah, I do think you're right, actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, that one probably shows up there too. And then
It's
we
cool.
have the Doctor Strange one too, that we
Yeah.
have as the top prize for the regionals. So and that's just what we've been shown so far. We've been getting some pretty. Last year we had so many new LEs debut and a decent amount of Bibles, I think too, right? It was a stacked year last year, so hopefully they stay on par with that. David Clement, what is your current playgroup size in Kenosha? So people that play with us that are in the Kenosha area, like let's just say within like 20 minutes of our store, we probably have like 5 regulars, I think. Does that sound right, Pete? Within 20 minutes?
Within 20 minutes, will you, Ollie, me, Looper, Jeremy,
So
within
probably
20
5.
minutes?
And then we got
Yeah.
people north and south of us. So for like chase boosters, pre-releases, we can get up to 12 easy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we have people that come for those events. And then as we have bigger events, we get people from, obviously Illinois and Wisconsin too. So I would say, though, Monday was probably one of our lower um, show up. Like, there was only like 5 of us, right? And it's been pretty consistently near 10 or 12.
Yeah, depending on the
So,
week. But yeah, we've had some lower
yeah.
weeks too. How is player growth in your local region? Probably pretty stagnant lately, right? I don't think we've even had a new person show up in maybe a year, even to like learn.
Yeah. We had some people come, and then I think one of them had some health issues. And he was just he was like brand new player. But we've had some people kind of come and go and come back, and there's just certain guys that are going to show up for certain events. There's one or two guys that really like sealed, and so sealed events will bring those guys out, but they won't really come to much else. And then randomly during like Saturday events, you'll get people that, I mean, they were playing when we first started, but you don't really see them any other time than that event.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then if you had to take a guess, what is the biggest driving factor for growth and bringing in new players? I think it's, from what I've seen, it's friends bringing in friends usually. At least when I see new people at events.
So I agree with that. Like getting friends to come to events and try it out, and making sure that they understand what kind of event they're going to see that day. I think part of the thing that you have to see with growing a community is you have to be a welcoming store, and you have to be willing to kind of, you know, maybe not in the best interest of that competitive night. Just a random, like our normal buy-in is $4, where you'll probably get an op kit, or maybe there's no pricing that night. So like nobody's going super hard unless it's Bookwood that night. So you got to kind of just like you want them to feel welcome and come back and be welcome in that. And like when you're sitting on 50 extra CURs at home that nobody's playing with and nobody's buying on eBay or that, like don't be afraid to say, hey man, I heard you say like last week you were here, like you really like this team, so here's some stuff from the new set, or here's some pieces that are just going to collect dust. And don't be afraid to encourage them to come back. HeroClix is a hard game to learn, and I heard Rebin describe it to one of the guys that we play with now that's gotten really, really good. And he said to him, you just got to understand that you're going to lose a lot at first because you're still trying to figure out like how this combos with this and how this works with that and how you get these corner cases. And that just kind of comes with it. And it's not because you're bad at the game or bad at strategy or anything else, but you're literally learning this super complicated game that has dice and everything else. So don't expect to walk in and be able to just net deck something against people that have been playing it for a long time.
Right. Miles, do you have anything to add to that last one?
No, because my closest play group, I don't even have one, is 300 miles. So
Man, can
it's,
you
it's
imagine
tough.
a play group of 300 miles?
That'd be amazing.
Oh my
It'd be
God.
amazing. But
I would
that
I would sign that up. It'd be 300 miles in one Pete.
yeah. So I will say that I think the one thing that's hurting the game from growing is stores being hesitant to purchase product because one, the price, and as you've seen, like a lot of places just will sit on their product, and so it's just it gathers inventory and it's not easy to really store. So that's been the biggest thing is trying to get stores to order it. Even if you say I'll just buy all the product if you can order it for me, like they're even hesitant to do that. So that's why I think what's really hurting the game's growth is that more stores don't hold it than do, and it's unfortunate.
Even
And so it's
online
hard to really
stores,
get more players.
online
Yeah,
stores, you can't even find them. So you do have to actually go out and go into stores now, which
yeah.
that's, man, the game store that we go to is probably the only store I actually go into in any given week or month. Otherwise, we just have everything ordered from Amazon.
Yeah, and I
I
mean, and
think
you're
this is
absolutely right.
yeah.
Bringing friends in is the best way. I mean, honestly, that's how you do it. This game's, it's so much funner when you're doing it with friends. Like, it's a game that you can just play at home
Right.
and be totally fine playing.
What were you
I
going to
think
say,
this
Pete?
kind of opens up to kind of a more interesting thing of like the conversation really kind of becomes of how do you like the question is really to me is like how do you grow the game. And I think we need more accessible formats. But the problem that I see with more accessible formats, or what they feel are more accessible formats, is the rest of the classic player base figures them out so fast that they kind of kill the ability for new players to come and try things and have fun and learn. Like they're just getting smashed in that format. Does that make
It's
sense?
it
Mm-hmm.
does. That's where it's really tough is yeah, and that's why I think a majority of the players are kitchen table players and they don't even go to their locals because like I said, you go to an event, they want to have fun, they get smashed. That's not enjoyment to them. Yeah, you're going to have newer players that come from like the competitive trading card games, so they'll want to do that. But it's tough. It's a double-edged sword because you're going there to play to win as well. So it's really tough and you can try and be as nice as you want, but you also got to look at it from their perspective despite you thinking that you did everything you can. Let's say you're at Walmart or whatever and you're shopping, you just want to be left alone and you have the employee, "Oh, can I help you this? Can I help you do this?" Like
I hate that.
if like yeah, and so if I'm a newer player or whatever and I just got my, just smashed, maybe I don't really want you to, try and walk me through it because I didn't have fun in that game and I really don't care to hear your opinion. And so that's going to sour me, you know. Like you have to put yourself in that perspective too, is that sometimes people just don't want to hear what you have to say. And, and as a community, I think I'm guilty of that. I think most players are guilty of that, is that, you're trying to be inviting and, you're trying to be warming and everything, but like most people do not like that. And so it's tough.
Yeah, I've seen both sides of that. I've also had people too just straight up ask like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? And so that's the easiest
Oh
way
yeah,
to
no, yeah,
open up
you'll
that
have
line of
that.
communication is when the person actually obviously asks for it.
No, that's why I compare it to the Walmart.
Yeah.
Because there's times when it's like, man, I really don't want to talk to you. It's and so you have interactions with that. Because I mean, I remember when I was first getting back to the game, I was playing on the broadcast thing, still learning, didn't really know anyone. Man, I didn't care. Okay, you smashed me in 5 minutes because I'm still learning. Like, I don't care what I could have done better. Just that was a horrible experience. Just give me a few minutes. I don't want to talk. So I'm stubborn, so obviously I kept playing because I was still interested in it. But the majority of players aren't going to do that. They're just like, man, I did not have fun, but I love this game because I get to play, with my family at home or something. And so they'll play on the kitchen table, they'll make their own rules or whatever, but they're still enjoying and buying the product. The competitive scene is not something that can really grow, and we've seen that over the years. That's actually shrinking, but we just want to try and keep it at that balanced level, and just keep doing what we can to make it inviting, but just remember that some people just they don't enjoy that, and it's not their fault.
Yeah, and that's kind of too where I was talking about before, where a format needs like a healthy, what did I say when we were talking about pulp? It needs like a healthy, like someone looking over it and addressing problematic things, because when that doesn't happen, then you start to lose players as well.
Yeah, and it's just pulp is just one of those because modern pulp is just so limiting that you are going to be able to find the best in slot. Like that's just how it is, especially when it's as limited. And we see that in modern more so than we see in silver because with less sets, it's easier to figure out the best in slot. You're not going to have as many silver bullets as you would in silver, pun intended.
All right, let's go to Anthony Barnstable. Why would you bring listener questions back? Just kidding. Well, the real question is, why would we ever take them away? Then he asks, thinking of upcoming events in your ideal perfect world, walk me through what you would want in a 1-year schedule worth of major events to look like from January 1st through December 31st. This is the first CCO since the main event in Florida. Will winners of each of these regionals get any sort of first round bye in 2027? I think the answer is no. So first, my personal opinion is, in a perfect year, we would add 2 more regionals, so that there is one a quarter, and then another big-ish CCO main event, like style event, would be cool. And then if we can get another like WizKids ran convention event, I think that would be a solid year right there. Do you guys think that's too much, or do you agree?
No, I think maybe regionals. Once a quarter is good, but I think one of those quarters could potentially be states. But you can also like have 4 regionals and still have states in between that. Like every 2 months. I think realistically, I mean, it'd be really cool if we had something like that, like every month, or even every other month, instead of going through these lulls of like 3 months without stuff.
Like, would that help players too, right there, though, retain? Because you spend all this money
I think
on
so.
pieces, and then
I
you're
think
like,
so,
all
yeah.
right, I can't play for 3 months or 4 months, and then God forbid you have to miss that event because you have other life stuff going on, so then it's even longer.
Yeah, and because that's a really hard part, especially like where I'm at in our region, is that like, I mean, we're literally on life support, so we get like one event every 4 months. You can't keep a player base like that. There's really not a lot of stores that are running weekly things that are even close. I'm also in a really crappy position compared to most players, but I mean, if there's a monthly event, all right, I'll drive the 300 miles for a monthly event, a decent size event, not just some weekly,
Mhm.
And I think you'd retain more. I think you'd retain more competitive players. I think it'd also be a lot easier to then see exactly like the problematic pieces and seeing, okay, crap, we've been having these monthly events, they're decent sized with competitive, and this piece is just getting worse and worse. Instead of like having these staggered events and using them as like a tool to gauge if a piece is toxic and by ruining an event with those pieces.
Pete, what do you think?
I like your idea of the schedule. I would like seasons, like throughout the year. Like, maybe a quarterly focus on silver, then a quarterly focus on modern, then a quarterly focus on silver, and a quarterly focus on modern, and incorporating the events. I think WizKids needs to have um, more large events. I think, what do we get? Nationals and Worlds? Is
Yeah,
that basically it?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong for them to do something every 4 months where they really roll it out for the players and maybe host it in different host cities. And I think having something to encourage people, like to show up in stores more and encourage the stores to keep it going. But that's a great point. Like, you buy the product and you collect the product and you build teams, but if you don't have opportunity to use it, kind of like, what's the point?
It's easy to lose interest.
So,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
Right.
having this podcast is honestly like the one thing that's actually able to keep me like interested in this game. For how far away I live, it's like I build more teams, like, because that's like all I can do. So yeah, it does. You can lose interest if you're not really having these events, and if there's really nothing really going on. And so you can get a new player that's super hyped and interested. Maybe he joins at a perfect time where there's tons of events for like 2 months, and then like there's a 6 month lull in his area, and he's like, And so those three players, that you gained newly, maybe you only retain one if you're lucky of those three players.
Right. The other part of his question is, will winners of each of these regionals get any sort of first round bye in 2027? So yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to happen. What's interesting though is going to strength of schedule. I think having a bye round one gets way stronger than what it used to be when it's just you would get half points. I've
Yes,
seen a
I
lot of
agree.
people that get a first round bye or even any bye, and all of a sudden they are ranked way higher. So I think first round buys in a strength of schedule environment are honestly potentially a problem. So that's something to look
Yeah,
into for sure.
I can see that.
But I do think that that's going to be an issue. All right, that was Anthony, and then last we have Lou Minotti. Donuts or bagels? Oh, for me, that's actually a pretty hard one because plenty of weeks I have both.
That's tough.
Yeah, I think I like bagel sandwiches though too much to say donuts. Butter, cream
So
cheese.
I was gonna lean that, but the thing with donuts is that you have more options. So you won't get sick of donuts as much as if you were constantly just eating bagels. But I still gotta go with bagels because you throw it in the toaster, the everything bagels, cut it in half, throw some cream cheese on there,
Right.
maybe some cold, lunch meat. Yeah,
You can just do way more
that's
with
an
them.
yeah, and you can eat it throughout the day because the donuts like midday, donuts not during breakfast, just it doesn't hit right.
Pete, where are you at? Donuts or bagels?
Well, I think the executive producer asked a great question. I think that it really depends. If it's an isolated thing of donuts or bagels, I would go donuts. But if we're utilizing them in different formats, you gotta give the bagel its credit. Okay, the bagel is not just the bagel. The bagel is whatever you choose to top it with, and that's really where it's going to rise to the top. Could you make a burger with a donut bun? You could, if you're a madman. Have I done it? Absolutely. Is it delicious? Oh, of course. But I go back to bagels more often than I do donut burgers.
Well, those are wise words. That's going to be it for this episode. We'll be back next week with Canadian Nationals results. And remember,
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Get wrecked, birds.
You forgot the most important drop. We do need Bane to break Batwood's back. That needs to happen.
That might be a feat.
I'll bring a Bane mask and just I'll do it. I'll Batista bomb him, just like the meme.
Better be through a table.
Absolutely. Man, I don't know. I mean, I think if I psych myself up, I think there might be a chance I could do like a power bomb, but it would be like Kevin Nash when he tried power bombing the Giant in WCW and broke his neck.
No, it would be like Kevin Nash where you tear your quads.
Yeah. Well, I would tear my quads as I broke his neck. That's what would happen. You know what? There's quite a lot of karate shops around here, but they're mostly kids. So I should join them and just win every tournament.
Roundhouse.
Yeah, just all of you. I'll take you all on. Let's go. And just say, if I do it, do I instantly get a black belt? And then, you know.
If all the kids lined up in a row, shoulder to shoulder, how many kids do you think you could take out with one roundhouse kick?
Let's see. So if we go from here, starting from one end to the other, 8.
8?
I think 8. Absolutely. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought 6
8.
sounded good. All right.
Well, then it could be a domino effect, so I should just say all of them. I don't know how good my roundhouse kick is anymore. Maybe I need to do some stretches.
No better way to find out than just roundhouse a line full of kids.
Well, I mean, 6 is close. I got 5 kids, so I can line them up. We can just test
Practice.
Well, that's also how you tear your quad like Kevin Nash. Just
Yeah.
trying to roundhouse when you haven't done it in a while.
Well, I mean, roundhouse kicking kids or power bombing Batwood is definitely those are the top 2 ways to tear your quads.